Nation, we back. You already know what it is, man. Wipe them feet and let's talk that shit.
Yeah, I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters.
I'm from the city of set, rapping silver and black. Word of honcho, give me the strap. The realest is back. Stupid chop with some silly attached. Eye for an eye, fuck it man, give me a patch. I'm a Raider, Oakland, LA, Vegas, Jalen, Kenyon, Jacobs, Regis. Man, bread, dog, we litty. The shine with the speed, Edwards with the 50-50. Yeah, this that silver and black field. Abram in the box, I'm Merrick in the backfield.
Yo, shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Shout out to Tyler Raider, Mike, Kenny Mack, Villain, Sean Johnson, Raider Room. We in the building, man. Me and my little bro B. What's shaking, bro?
What's up, nation? What's up, my brother, man? I'm just excited to be here, man. Excited for the season, bro. I mean, shit. I mean, we're only a couple weeks out from, actual, football being back. You know what I mean? Like
real football. Factory outlet. Shout out to everybody also watching on Facebook and Twitter. If you guys want to get your comments in, jump over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get to 20K before the season starts, man. That's the goal right now, is to get to 20K. Right. You already know what it is. But yeah, man, it's been a minute since I had little bro on. He's been moving and shaking. I know you back home in Northern Cali right now. About to head back out to Vegas tomorrow. So it was a perfect time to get a quick little show in. Talk about the Darren Waller shit. I don't know if you've seen today. We tried out. We brought in Danny Shelton for a workout, defensive tackle, because we're very thin. In the interior of the defensive line. Brandon Parker.
Yeah, I was going to say.
IR. Yeah.
I was going to say it's both sides of the line, right in the trenches. Like, between Denzel Good retiring, and Brandon Parker now going on IR, it's like our offensive line is looking a little suspect right now. I'm just like, age-wise and depth-wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, Hold
on real quick. Shout out to Jason Parrott. I see you, brother. I see you, King. Shout out to John Cena. That's a fire-ass name. D-Raiders Way. What's good, my guy? But yeah, man, we here, man. We got to talk about all this craziness. And real quick, man, for everybody that's confused about this Brandon Parker situation, I can't go too much into detail because, when you have sources and shit like that, right, you don't want to give them up. And I'm not saying that any of them are mine specifically. I'm just saying you give up anything like that and you're never going to have that source back.
No, not ever. You never
reveal this, brother. Vinny B just came out with a tweet right now saying that that's just speculation and that's not real right now. Brandon Parker is headed to the IR, you guys. I believe he tore his pec or something. I forgot what it was. He was working out. Oh, it's triceps. That's what it was.
Tricep?
Tore his tricep. Yeah. So, yes, technically he's not on the IR yet. But that's where he is headed right now. Mm-hmm. So don't let nobody else make you feel no type of way. Alex Leatherwood is the guy right now, right tackle, until proven otherwise. Illuminor can still back him up. We got Mumford, our 7th rounder out of Ohio State. He's been looking okay in camp, and he looked all right the other day. I mean, not too shabby.
Where do you have Parham at?
Right now, I still got him at left guard, but backing up John Simpson at this point.
Gotcha.
I want Parham to start. I'm gonna be real with you, But right now, it looks like John Simpson has a hold on that left guard.
The only thing I get worried about with shit like that, it's like Leatherwood last year. I feel like he's going to develop this year and the game's going to slow down. But I feel like when rookies come into the league, it's not like college and it's a little bit more fast paced and they're just not used to. That's the only thing I get suspect on with rookie offensive linemen. You know what I mean?
And I don't want to take Andre James out of that center position, knowing he was getting better and better and better as weeks went past. Last year, we all were very, very tough on Andre James.
I was too.
Those first 3 or 4 weeks, we were smoking his boots left and right. You know what I mean? And Parham looked good at center in the Hall of Fame game, but this is just preseason football at this point. So I don't want to take a starter like Andre James out and insert Dylan Parham as of right now. I think that he's going to be a guard moving forward, and I think at some point he'll win that spot. the reason why John Simpson, he still has a lot to work on, but he came from a winning program at Clemson, and he's the strongest guy we have on the O-line. He just has to work on his technique a little bit, get some things going. But John Simpson can still be a good guard at the NFL level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
and with the new regime coming in, like I'm really excited to see what kind of schemes that they have for the offensive line. You know, we don't
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
You know,
and Leatherwood, man, continues to be really, really good in the run block. And you know, at run blocking, he just needs to get together in the pass blocking. That's
and then going from last year is just cleaning up the mental mistakes, right? I mean, because at the end of the day, like penalties are going to cost us, and that's kind of one thing I'm looking forward to with this whole new regime is like, in front office is like, you know, discipline with these guys, you know what I mean, and cleaning up those mental mistakes. The fact that the Raiders have been the most penalized team for I don't know however many years, you know what I mean. It's like I'm hoping Josh McDaniels is just gonna get that shit the fuck up out of this organization because that's just something we need to clean up. You know what I mean?
This is facts.
Same thing with Alex Leatherwood. You know what I mean?
I'll say this: the Hall of Fame game, Leatherwood started off pretty strong. Hasn't had any penalties thus far. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, in those few reps, you wouldn't expect it. But I'll say this: last year, Alex Leatherwood, I would have expected a whole bunch of that shit from him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Give him a chance to grow.
I'm referencing the last year, brother.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, with Lester Cotton there on the right-hand side helping him as well, the Alabama right side, I'm excited to see what they can do. I want to see them both start against Minnesota August 14th as well, so I can see a little more, you know what I mean, as we go forward. But
at the same time, it's one of those things where, you know, you're putting in two guys and they could be playing against second or third string people. So it's kind of a catch-22, right? Yeah. Until you get to the regular season and you see, you know, starters versus starters, you're not. I mean, you can get a generalized sense, but you're not really going to know what you're getting. You know what I mean?
And to be honest, I don't know if you want to see Leatherwood out there too much now with Brandon Parker gone. That depth at right tackle, you got him, Jermaine Illuminor, and then you got Mumford, a rookie at this point. So, you know what I mean? It's a little tricky. I don't even know if you want to see too much of Leatherwood at this point.
I'm just super suspect about our whole offensive line and you know, also defensive tackle room. You know, it's just facts, bro. You know, but especially offensive line because you know that's the thing. Like Derek Carr has excelled when he has time. Mm-hmm. So unless you're doing,
but that's any quarterback, man. If you give any quarterback some time,
but I'm just saying. You know, like I just don't want him getting flustered, you know, and it's one of those things, unless you're just doing 3-step drops and just quick fucking throws all day long, you know, if you need a 5 or 7-step drop, you know, and you're trying to develop plays and shit like that, it's, you know, and you don't have the line to protect him. I mean, let's look at it week 1. We got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on, you know, week 1. Yeah. So that's fucking all-pro fucking talent right there.
But we can go off of last season, the first 3 weeks. DC had no protection, and he was playing like an MVP. You know what I mean? So, but you can't sustain that kind of success that long. But all I'm saying is he did ball out with that O-line and no run game those first 3 or 4 weeks. So, you know, I'm excited.
But we did lose to the Chargers. I was out there in LA. We lost to the Chargers when we were 3-0. They were 3-0. I went out to LA and we lost. You know, I was sick. I know. I was sick.
Shout out to everybody saying Darrell Williams. Yes, this is a guy that we need to bring in. We've been talking about him all off season. A right tackle from Buffalo / right guard. He is not the greatest, but he is an average NFL right tackle, and that's all you need at this point. You're not going to get a star-studded right tackle this late in the game.
We just need the depth. I mean, at the end of the day, the best ability is availability. So right now, we got one guy who's retiring, one guy who's going on IR. It's like, what's going to happen if somebody gets, like, God forbid, somebody gets hurt, right? It's just like, now we're looking really scary.
A lot of tight ends are going to have to chip away at this point.
Well,
shout
out
to Cody in the chat too, my brother, man. Good to see you,
Cody, man. What's up, brother?
Dwayne Brown is available. Easy. I believe that he just had a workout with the Jets. I believe he was just visiting them. But Dwayne Brown played left tackle all last year, and I believe the year before, right? I don't know how he would feel getting put at right tackle. But look, I say this: Dwayne Brown is definitely an upgrade over anything that we have at right tackle right now. But I want to see what we have in Leatherwood. I do. I'm not one of those guys. Colton Miller had a terrible freshman year. Correct. He came in his sophomore year in the NFL and got continuously better and better and better. You know what I mean? So give Leatherwood some time. At 100%. One point, and I'm going to say this again, he was the #1 rated offensive line in college football coming out in the draft. So give him some time, but he was also the most penalized. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dragon Hendricks, man, my brother, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you for becoming a member of the channel. If you guys want to become a member, hit the join button. I ain't even put it up today, to be honest with you. But if you guys want to become a member, hit hit the channel and hit that join button, man. One of the best ways to support the channel. Let me ask you this, bro. Since I got my little bro here, you know, Chandler Jones came back to practice today. He was dealing with some soreness, I believe, in his leg or something like that. I forgot what it was.
I seen something like that.
You know, veteran, 32 years old, don't really need him out there too much as is anyway, because he knows the game, he knows the system, he's played, you know, he knows the system.
Right.
Roderick Teamer comes back after that collision that he had with Jonathan Abram a few weeks back. It's good to see him back in the fold because we can use as much depth as possible at the safety 100%. Position. But Waller, at this point, right? Last year we were all over the place with, is he really hurt? You know what I mean? Because, remember he missed like 4 or 5 weeks. And it was like, then he came back and had COVID out of nowhere, missed another week. It's like, hold on, what the fuck is going on? And now there's beat reporters out there saying, oh, not beat report, I think it was NFL Live or someone. I don't quote me on this, but they said that they were out there at the headquarters. They heard it wasn't nothing serious. It was no injury or nothing like that. If it's not an injury, Darren Waller needs as many reps as he can. This is the new system. And Josh McDaniels loves his tight ends. He's going to feed his tight ends like crazy. 100%. Him and Foster are up for a huge year this year, both of them.
Right.
Is this a clutch sports situation again? Because a lot of people are saying, you know, I think that this deal is going to get done here in the next week or so. We've been saying it for over a month probably now. That it's getting done soon. But is this
a couple years? Yeah, it probably is. Look, a couple years ago when you know the old regime with Gruden and Mayock, I don't know if you remember when he signed. It was like a 3-year extension or like whatever it was. But you and I were talking about it, and we were like, bro, this is a fucking steal. And then afterwards, I think it was either. I don't know if it was Kettle. I don't know if it was Kittle or if it was old Kelsey. Boy from the Chiefs or Kelsey. Yeah. But then their contract came out and it was like something ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, at the end of the day, bro, like, you know, you can argue he's a top 2, if not at worst, you know, top 3 tight end in the league. So definitely. You know, and he's only getting paid what, top 15 money?
Top 7, like 17.
Okay, so top 17 money. So it's like, of course, it's going to have something to do with it, you know? And so this may be the reason why we didn't bring in somebody like Sue because, you know, or other people, because we're probably trying to, you know, keep our guys happy, right? And it's like, you know, we're already not keeping, you know, as of right now, we're not re-signing, you know, Jacobs. We didn't pick up his 5th-year option.
It's not going to happen.
But at the end of the day, bro, like Waller is he's a talent. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't let somebody like that be unhappy and walk.
Dragon, and let me say this real quick. Shout out to Dragon real quick. He said he's not the type of dude to hold out. Who's to say? I'll say this. Waller seems like a great dude. He's saying all the right things. All he wants to do is play football. That doesn't really matter. If your agency is coming to you and saying, "Oh, that's great, Waller. We know you want to play, but you need to be compensated for your work." And so there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Listen. At the end of the day, the NFL is a business. It's a league of business. It's big business.
NFL, not for long.
And who's to say? Like right now, he's probably wanting to get signed. I mean, he got hurt last year. So if you don't think that if the rumors are true and then he was actually hurt and he got out, right? It's like, who's to say, you know, he can't potentially get hurt this year? Not to say that I want to throw that out there, right? Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, so he's probably thinking about his future and about securing the bag right now. You know what I mean? So
facts. Shout out to Iron Debate. Even with a contract extension, his money doesn't change this year. There's no point in sitting out if you're going to get paid. No, there is Iron Debate guaranteed money. Guaranteed money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a total difference in guaranteed money and what you get paid. But I hear you, my brother. And bro, we're not starting any rumors, Dev. That's not what we're doing. That's the last thing we want to do is start a rumor, bro. Right. But it's clear cut that he's not out there at camp practicing with his teammates.
Well, he's not getting compensated how a top 3 tight end.
No, not at all. And look, even if he was holding out, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I would understand it. So that this isn't me beating up Waller. This is me saying if he is somehow, some way, I would too. Shit, like I need my bag. If I'm watching all these guys that I'm better than getting paid more than me, there's no way in hell I'm just gonna go out there and say, oh, I'll take what I'm getting paid this year. You know what I'm saying? This, like, you know what I mean? Like I need more money. At the end of the day, like, so this is no shade to Waller. I'm not starting any rumors. It's just clear cut, my brother, that he's not out there with his guys and he's not playing. He's not practicing. And at the end of the day, there's something there. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see. Shout out to Ina Bay. The cap goes up next year, bigger money. And if he waits, yeah, this is facts. But get it done now. We got $22 million right now that we're not spending. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a lot of players here getting cut from teams that are good players. And we're going to have some of that money freed up in order to bring some other talent in.
Correct.
Defensive tackle, offensive line. There's still some needs that we can address. But
100%.
Waller is a talent that a generational talent.
Right.
You have to address that
right
as soon as
100%.
possible.
100%.
You know what I mean? All I know is McDaniels would not let a talent like Waller walk. So don't worry, y'all. He'll get locked up soon.
Right.
I agree. But like I said, brother, we're only talking about what we see. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely. I definitely do not see this going out too long. I think it'll be done soon. But there is something there if he's not out there practicing, you guys.
100%.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Kevin. He hit us with the AI practice.
Practice. We talking about practice, man. what are we talking about, man? We talking about practice? Come on.
Facts. Shout out to Dragon. Waller definitely needs to be paid, but I just get the vibe that everyone is bought. Me too. Waller 100%. Is a great guy, and he's bought into the system. But at the end of the day, you have to have money to buy something.
You know what's so right.
So there you
go.
You
know what's so crazy about this whole regime? Like, I don't know what it is. I've always had a sour taste in my mouth ever since, the whole Tuck rule situation. I just never liked the thought, especially initially, of us having a head coach that comes from that Patriots organization.
Yeah.
But it's still I still don't like it. I don't like the thought of it. But at the end of the day, I like the results that he's proven in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those situations where I can look past that and be like, you know what? Like, there's been a lot of things about the Patriots organization that I've liked, like gameplay wise, you know what I mean? Second half adjustments, situational football, just shit like that I feel like, and then the discipline. So it's like I'm on board, and I'm more like, I'm excited for the new regime and to see where we go. You know what I mean? Moving into the future.
Shout out to Leonard. He said Waller probably just doesn't want to get injured while under the weak contract. He's coming off he's coming off a year where he dealt with injuries left and right. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like, you want that. Look at the Kareem Hunt situation right now, nation. All right. This guy is asking to get traded out of Cleveland right now after dealing with injuries the last 2 years. He wants to get his bag because he's done shit in the past. And mind you, he has not lived up to anything that he's done since his rookie year, where he had, I believe, 1,300 rushing yards, and like 300 or 400 yards.
Chubb's the main guy over there. Let's just be honest. Chubb's
but
the Hawk.
He wants his money. You know what I mean?
Have you seen those? Those videos of Chubb doing those fucking 500-600 pound fucking
crazy
and shit? I'm like, God,
crazy.
Damn.
Shout out to Thor. He said, "Is that beep? What's up, pimpin'?
What's up, Thor? What's up, baby? How you doing?"
Cool Kev said, "Hey, tell B to go get that Trader Joe's pizza. That man hangry." Shout out to Black Raider WP. Just hope this ain't another Khalil Mack scenario. I don't think it is, man. At the end of the day, Khalil Mack defensive end money is different than tight end money, right? Like it's totally different. We could take care of Waller and get him done right now. The Khalil Mack situation was a lot different. And
I mean, look, this regime came in and proved that they're not going to be doing no Khalil Mack situations when they signed Max Crosby as soon as they became a part of the new regime. But, as soon as they became a part of the organization, they said, you know what, we're going to take care of our homegrown talent right here. So, I understand what he's talking about and kind of how he's referencing it, but,
this is facts. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't subscribed. Cool Kev says, just give Waller some guaranteed money and he'll be all right. Talk that shit. Let me do this. Me and B talked last night on the phone, right? And I had this idea that I wanted to do today, right? So, Nation, I need your assistance in this, okay? Because I didn't take a million notes. I'm just going off the head with this.
Yeah, this is all improv for me, all straight out the dome. So.
Yeah. So I want to ask you guys this. We're going to go from every position that we have on this roster, and I want to ask you guys, do we have a top 10 talent at that position, right? So we can go to like kickers. Carlson and Cole, they're top 10, top 5.
100%.
Guys, 100%. At their positions, right? Derek Carr, no matter how you slice this shit, he can be a top 10 quarterback, whether he's the top 12 or a top 10, and sometimes a top 3, top 5. Shit. Yeah. But you can fight and say that DC is a top 10 quarterback, right?
You could.
Devontae Adams.
You know what's crazy? I could see, like, just given the new regime, like, I could see, you know, Derek Carr being a dark horse like MVP candidate this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, just given like the talent that's around, like it's like almost on paper we got like a juggernaut, bro. It's like
yes.
And as long as McDaniels can scheme properly based upon the defense's weaknesses week in and week out, there's no reason that we shouldn't be beating a lot of these teams, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We got a lot of different running backs. I think Josh is a potential top 10, you know, but it's like I know.
I think that you could say that Josh is number 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got Josh, you know, being a potential top 10. Obviously, like
you can fight Adams. Like Devontae's number 1.
Well, he's number 1. And then
Hunter Renfrow was a top 3 slot.
I was gonna say if we're talking slot, that's top 3. If we're talking Waller at tight end, that's top 3.
Top 3.
You know, our I would say our line on paper right now looks like a fucking.
There's only a few positions where it's like, or a few spots where it's like, okay, the O-line, we don't have a top 10 talent at any position.
No, I mean maybe.
No,
not
Colton
Miller. Like, I mean, it's just like, but like, no, it's like.
There's a lot of great left tackles in the NFL, and a lot of great linemen.
But it's like, what I'm saying as a whole, fuck no, they're probably like,
Colton Miller's a great talent, though. Don't get me wrong. But we'll say this. Offensive line, questionable. Defensive tackles, definitely don't have a top.
No, not questionable. Suspect. Offensive line, suspect.
Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, you can fight that both those guys are top 10 talents at the respective
I would say Crosby, where he's at right now, I would say top 5, and then I would say Chandler Jones, just given him being a little bit older, I would say top 10.
5. I like that. Okay. But I think Chandler is somewhere around that 9-10 range. But you know, he is up there in age. He's not the same guy he used to be. He's not.
I would say Denzel Perryman, bro. Given like how many like mind you, he's been injury prone his whole career. So like I'm saying, him staying healthy, right? Like, and how he performed last year with all them tackles. I mean, he's top 5. He's top 5.
He's a top 10 middle linebacker, bro. Like he was in the Pro Bowl last year. Like he's already a top 10 guy at his position.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But corner, very questionable. We don't know what we have.
You know what? Like against like maybe what you believe. I like our cornerback room right now.
Oh, me too. I do too.
I like Yasin. I like Mullen if he could stay healthy. And I think Nate Hobbs is the top slot, you know, corner in the league. So it's like, and another thing that's kind of interesting is like now that we have all this.
Real quick. Jorge, he's technically not on the IR yet. He is headed there. He just tore his tricep working out, you guys. He will be on the IR. I get Vinny B Vinny B hates us YouTubers. I'm going to be honest with you. He hates it. He can't stand us because he sees what we do. He sees what we do. And he doesn't get why his show doesn't crack like that. He doesn't get why, you know, trust me, bro. We've seen the numbers. We know the number games when it comes to podcasts and all this other shit.
Right.
Call me mad. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I respect what Vinny B does. But you're going to respect what we do as well. And don't think that we don't have connections to sources and shit like that. Stop that, man. Like we don't have players on here for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like Stu doesn't know everybody inside the building. I can hit up Stu for anything. I got a lot of info that I never released because, you know, I don't want to go that route. But let's just.
It's one of those things at the end of the day, bro. Like you don't want to ruin your own reputation just putting out a bunch of bullshit, right? At the end of the day. So
and I got
I get that it's been off season and we've been kind of stretching a little bit, you know, because it's off season. But at the end of the day, we don't want to ruin the fucking reputation of the channel. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. But I'll say this: I heard from 2 guys that this happened from 2 guys I respect, and that they hit more than they miss. I'll say that. Okay. A point blank period. And I'll say that they actually heard it. You know, I'm gonna leave it alone. So we'll say this. All right. So we had Denzel Perryman as a top 10 talent.
I was gonna say, going back to like talking about our cornerback room, right? Like I'm interested to see the progression of our corners, given that we have such an elite wide receiver room, and even I would say for the tight end room, you know, how our safeties respond, just how our DBs get better. Because at the end of the day, if you're practicing against some of the top talent in the league and you're doing it on a day in and day out basis, like you would think that would hold some weight in regards to, you know, upping your skill level, right? I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm interested to see their progression, you know, throughout the season, and that's it really.
No, this is facts. Yeah, they trying to.
They're trying to flame you right now.
No, not me. It's just funny because I'm seeing certain people comment about the whole Brandon Parker shit. This is probably the most that Brandon Parker has got talked about in a long time. Just the other day after that Hall of Fame game, he went and deleted his socials because people were on there killing him. You know what I'm saying? I see that Danny Shelton worked out with us, you guys. I'm not seeing anything about him signing yet. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything yet on that. So, but I'll say this. Hopefully that gets done as soon as possible because we're very thin at the defensive tackle position. Very thin.
Right.
But yeah, okay. So corner, though, we can say this. I love the corner room. I love the excitement built around that room. Iron sharpens iron. These guys are going against Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Waller in camp. I'm hearing great things about Nate Hobbs lining up against Devontae Adams, getting his shit together.
I was gonna say, did you see this little video?
But that's it's a drill. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But there's other plays that they're saying out there that he's been great against Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to go off there, but I'll say, you know what? I'll say we have a top 10 nickel corner in Hobbs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I top 10 nickel for sure, 100%.
Yeah, no outside.
Yeah, not on the outside. No, I can't say that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Casey Hayward, I know he's with the Falcons now or whatever, but like, Casey Hayward was nice for us last year, but he's not with us.
Nate Hobbs is his favorite nickel corner in the league. Right.
Yeah.
So we'll go there. Safety, strong safety, no.
And then safety, I can't say. Definitely, Abrams' coverage is suspect as fuck. I do like Merrick, right? Yes. But at the end of the day, he's still a rookie. So I just need to see him develop. If he can continue on the trajectory that he's currently on, fuck yeah, I could see him. And given how I think he was on like 99% of the defensive snaps like last year played or some shit, and like given that he's a rookie and how much burn he got and how well he did, like, bro. Yeah, like he has a promising future as long as he can keep on the same trajectory.
Mayor's going to be a Pro Bowler this year.
Yeah, 100%. So
it's top 5 nickel cornerback. Yeah, he was the highest graded at almost every statistic possible at nickel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought when we were saying top 10, that was a little bit disrespectful on our end. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts. but that was the number we're using. We can say top 3, top 5. We're just saying top 10 at their respective positions.
Right.
I mean, we're not going out on a limb and saying number 1, number 2, number 3. We're just saying top 10.
Right.
I mean, Big Mike says Merrick might be top 10 free safety by season's end. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think we have our own Jesse Bates. There's a reason why you don't go out and trade another first rounder for a disgruntled safety in Cincinnati when you have Merrick that can be that guy for us.
Right.
Point blank, period, the end. Right. Your wild card just an expensive Drew Lock. We need a new quarterback. So goddamn, Savano. Holy shit.
Bro, that's look at. I haven't always been the highest on Derek Carr from time to time.
Yeah, me neither.
But there ain't no way he ain't like Drew Lock. Come on, that's a stretch. Like, come on. You got to put some respect on his name. Like, come on, you can't do that to him.
Hey, there's been some rumors going on around Twitter and YouTube and stuff as well that I think it was a beat writer from Denver that said, let's be honest, Russell Wilson has been looking very underwhelming at
sucks for them.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
you know what? But it could just be another rumor. Who knows? At the end of the day, like, as long as when we play them and he underperforms when we're playing them, or we just get after him, I don't really give a fuck whether he's doing great or whether he sucks. I don't care.
Hey, real quick, you guys, I have to say this real quick one more time. I hate that I have to say this a million times. We're not reporters. We're fans. We love this team to death. Yeah. Yes, we have connections. Yes, we have relationships with a lot of people. But at the end of the day, man, we just love this team and we love to talk Raider football. That's what we do.
For those, I was going to say, for those who don't know, me and him been talking this Raiders football for 10, 15 years before fucking we even got on YouTube. So like, this started out with us being in our garage drinking fucking Bud Ices and watching the draft and playing football, or watching
our first podcast that we ever shot was just that thing in the back of him right there, that logo. That was it. Am I Raider chairs? Remember that?
Right. Yeah. I do. Oh yeah, I do remember that. It was
we called in the kitchen to Gruden. Gruden was on there talking about to the
did we ever post that? Did we ever post that? We never even posted that.
We never did.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I got it on an SD card somewhere, bro.
Hey, we gotta find it. We gotta find it. End zone. My dog, man, the King Troll right here. He said the Broncos beat reporter was also a Drew Lock stand. Take it with a grain of salt. There we go.
Right. It's like at the end of the day, bro, it's Russell. Like until I see it for myself and he starts playing like shit during the season or something like that, it's like you can't really. There's only so much you can take serious. You know what I mean? Exactly.
And real quick, you guys, I'm not one of those people that's celebrating Brandon Parker getting injured. You never want to see that with anybody. You know what I mean? I seen the other day that Patrick Mahomes got tripped up, and I was pissed because I want to beat them at their best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those guys that's asking for people to go out there and tear their shit. You know what I mean? So I'll look, Brandon Parker, I would have loved for him to still be here as a rotational guy. It's proven that he cannot be a starter on this team, because if he is, it's bad. But I'll say this. If for some strange reason, right, that this information is not real, which it is, I'll be very happy that Brandon Parker's not hurt. We'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? So
agreed, because he is a solid rotational piece, you know. So
facts. Shout out to the numbers, man. Why not just bring in JPP and Sue? Well, we still got some in-house things that we got to do. The numbers, we're just talking about Waller situation.
I was gonna say
Pyramid 2B. Pyramid his agents are already fighting for another couple years for a deal. You know
I wouldn't mind signing him to like another 2 year, because I think we only got him for this
most.
Yeah, just a 2 year. Just given his age and his injury proneness, and I think you'd put like heavy incentives, right? So where
a second year team option,
right? 100%. I would love to bring in Sue. I don't know about JPP. I feel like our edge, we're good. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we have depth and we have two solid ass, like I said, top 10 starters. I would rather bring in Sue or a different defensive tackle though at this point, and then some offensive line help at the end of the day. Like that's offensive line and defensive tackle should be where the priority is. Period. You know
I'm gonna be honest. There's no reason to go get JPP. I would rather see. I want to see Malcolm Kuntz and Klee get all the reps behind Chandler Jones this year. I do. I want to see our young guys see what you have in them. You know what I mean? Like, why go out and get a 3-finger JPP? You know what I mean? When you got 20 on deck with Klee.
Hey, is it 4th of July yet?
It just passed. He might got 1.5 left. You never know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to David Silva. Any word on why Rocket and Averett not practicing? No, David. But I'm gonna tell you this. What I've heard, and I'm not sure if it's true. They're not injured. It's nothing like that. These guys are sitting guys out because look what's going on with Mullen. Mullen's on the PUP list. He was supposed to start for us this season, right? I think that you don't want to force your 2 starters out there right now, and something happens to them. Rocky Sin played in a similar system last year in Indianapolis where he thrived. He was a top 5 guy at his respective position in that specific system. I think Anthony Averett's going to cook as well this year. No injuries and no shit like that. I'm not hearing any of that. I'm just hearing, rest and letting them chill a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I like our corner room right now.
Me too.
I do. I like I like that we're young. I've always talked about you have to be young at corner. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, as a generalized rule. Like not obviously it's not 100% true, but I just feel like when you're guarding motherfuckers that are 6'3" to 6'5" and they're running 4.4 40s and they're fucking jumping through like you can't have no old ass cornerback trying to just keep up with him getting his boot smoked. Like that's a young man's, like, to me, outside of quarterback, and I've said this on multiple occasions, cornerback is the hardest position in the league, in my opinion.
Hey, I might have to agree with you because look, I played corner in high school and
I played corner too.
That shit was tough, bro. That shit was tough, and I played at a low level, both of us.
Yeah, 100%. But that's the thing. Like, I mean, especially given like all the penalties, that are going against defensive backs, trying to guard these receivers, and all the rules, and all that extra shit, bro. It's just.
But I'm excited about. I know you watched the Hall of Fame game. Bryce Cosby, our UDFA corner. He looked really good out there, and Darius Phillips, our young, I ain't gonna say young because he's mid-20s, around that range. I think 27. I could be wrong, but he just came over from Cincinnati. I was looking at him more as like a special teams guy, maybe returning kicks. But the way he was playing, we may have a little bit more depth than I thought. You know what I'm saying? And Amik didn't play. I know he's been dealing with some nagging injury.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think we're going to be okay at corner, especially when Molden comes back. The rumor is, you guys, that they should be returning from the PUP list here soon and be ready for week 1.
Right.
Molden, Hankins, and Bilal Nichols. If Nichols comes back, I'm very excited about that, because that defensive tackle room scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout to Yeti. Why the fuck haven't we re-signed Falone? I'm going to tell you this, Yeti. We brought him in for a workout, this new regime. You know what I mean? Because the previous regime is the ones that brought him in. And we brought him in. And they must have not liked what they seen, or he may not have passed a physical or something. This guy just came off of 2 surgeries. You know what I mean? To be that heavy and dealing with a injury, a lower extremity injury, that is very, very tough to come back from.
Right.
So I'm assuming that this new regime seen something that they didn't like, and they kept it moving. But shout out to Falone, because or Phylon, or however you want to say it.
However you enunciate it.
Yeah, apples or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: he wants to be a Raider. You always want a guy that wants to be a Raider. But at the end of the day, if he's not ready to go, I don't really care how much you want to be here if you can't, perform.
100%. And that's how it should be. It's like we were saying, it's a business. It's a business.
Yeah.
And it's all about what kind of product you're putting out on the field, So
Yep.
at the end of the day, and we've said this multiple times. At the end of the day, man, us Raider fans are sick of saying next year. It's like we want to win now, and period.
Yep. Facts. Shout out to Pastor Hankins. Definitely not a starter at this point, but definitely a solid rotational piece. The guy has dealt with back injuries, and other shit. He just went and cleaned up some shit, had a surgery. You know what I mean? But he, like I said, he should be back for week 1. But I'm going to be honest. If you got Jonathan Hankins, which he did thrive under Patrick Graham with the Giants, but he was a lot younger at that point. You know what I'm saying? Look, if Hankins starts, I'm very, very worried about the defensive tackle position. At this point, I'd rather have, Matthew Butler or Neil Farrell Jr. out there. Our rookies.
Our young guys, right?
Yeah, like I'm not.
Young guys getting after it.
Facts. Mamik is good as gone too. I don't think so, Austin. I think that this guy could be a death piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I was kind of high on Amik when he came out, but he's only like 5'7", bro. So I'm just wondering if if that height is really just gonna play a factor. I mean, unless you can line him up with kind of those smaller type of slot receivers, like a Cole Beasley, or these smaller slot guys that. And have him, lock him down. But I haven't seen it with him. He's been too inconsistent. I remember the first play that that I remember even seeing him, he got burned.
Yeah.
For a huge TD. It was bad,
But one thing about Amik, he played really well against the Chargers and then followed that up and looked terrible against Denver. So, he's
too inconsistent.
Yeah, it's inconsistent. But shout out to Dragon. If the defense is dog shit again, who should the blame fall on? It should fall on Patrick Graham. It should fall on Josh McDaniels. It should fall on Zeig for not doing enough to get the defense ready to go. Right. It should fall on Antonio Pierce, the linebacker coach, Rob Ryan. It should fall on every single defensive coach and every defensive player.
It starts from the top down. At the end of the day, and that's how things always should be. It always should start from the top down.
Yeah, definitely. But I think this defense is going to be pretty good, though.
I'm more confident in our corners and in our edge at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And in Merrick. I do like Merrick, but I'm suspect about our interior, defensive line. And I'm curious to see what our outside linebackers do. You know what I mean? And how they progress, So
definitely. I'm excited.
And then are we going to keep Abram close to the box and have him just tackle people and keep him out of coverage? Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
So, that's the biggest thing.
I think this defense is going to be sneaky, you guys. And I said this, I think yesterday's live or the day before, that Patrick Graham is one of the biggest pickups that we've gotten in many years. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So,
he was. I know he was looking at potential head coaching opportunities, but before we ended up signing with us. So
I think Josh McDaniels promised him that. I think he said, instead of staying with the Giants, come over here. Let's win something, and I'm gonna get you a head coach position. I think that's what Josh McDaniels. I think that's how he sold him. Get away from New York, come over here. Let's build you up. Let's win some games, and then boom, at some point you'll become a head coach.
Right.
That's what I think. What was sold. Shout out to Q. He said, "Man, real quick, the Raider room. I'm excited about having Diablo and Perriman out there at linebackers. We finally have a good LB tandem, and if Jayon Brown can live up to that 2019 Jayon Brown with Tennessee in coverage, will be great. He looked low-key ass in the Hall of Fame game. I'm going to be honest with you. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of hard to judge certain linebackers when you don't have your starting D-line in front of you, right? It's kind of tough because you're dealing with way more around you than you technically would. If Max is on this edge and Chandler's over here, you're not probably going to be fighting every single down for everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're gonna have to double one of them probably damn near on every play, right? And so that takes up two people, whether that's a tackle and a chip from the tight end, or or the running back coming out and and getting his chip, or whatever the case may be. So that leaves different opportunities for the D line and the linebackers. So
facts. Shout out to Keith Brown. What's up, good? What's up, Goon Docs and my boy B? What y'all think about the rumors? Oh, he said, "What's up? What's good, Docs and B?" I thought he said Goon Docs. I'm like, damn, I haven't heard that one in a minute. Y'all think about the rumors?
I don't think they know about that shit, bro.
That's the initial name, was the Goon Docs. That was our name. It wasn't the Docs. It was Goon Docs. The rumors of the DT. Danny Shelton, you guys. For those who don't know, he's 28 years old. I believe he'll be 29 next week. Next week, I believe. Former Giant, played under Patrick Graham last season. Former Patriot, played with Josh McDaniels and Zeig. So he has familiarity with both guys and the front office. I'm here for it. I think that, bringing him in he probably at this point be the most proven nose tackle that we would have. So I'm all for it. If you bring him in as a depth piece, I mean, look, at this point, I wouldn't even be mad having Danny Shelton start if any of these other guys aren't ready to go, because I'm gonna be real. I'm very nervous about that spot. Yeah, very nervous. The only thing I'm more nervous about outside of the DT is the offensive line, bro. That's the only thing I'm more nervous about. So I would say if it was my choice, I would say focus on offensive line and defensive line secondary. Obviously, we got Perriman and Waller situation going on, but I don't know, man. I'm just it's like everything else on our offense just looks so good on paper, excluding our line, and it kind of scares me, bro. I just think I think we'll look different out there once we have all those weapons, once DC's out there. I think Carmen Brasillo is a great offensive line coach, and I think he sees something that we all don't see yet. We're not out there training camp every day. And I heard good things about, like I said, Lester Cotton. I've heard good things about Leatherwood at training camp. John Simpson, a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? Right. So at the end of the day, look, give them a chance. We're coming off of one. I said this on the last live, and tell me what you think about this. The right side was the side we were most concerned about, right?
100%.
And the right side performed greatly in the Hall of Fame game. It was the left tackle, Brandon Parker, that was struggling. So we know when Colt Miller comes in, that left side is going to be sewn up. So if the right side performed pretty well in the Hall of Fame game, I'm not as
But it's against second and third stringers.
Well, initially it wasn't. They had Trayvon Walker, their first round draft pick, number one, and they had Arden Key. I mean, Arden Key. But
bro, I'm not gonna lie. It's funny because I remember on the way out, bro, he was getting on his ass, but it's like all of a sudden he just wants to play.
No, this is facts. But I'm excited to see what they can do. I think we'll be fine, man.
I hope so. I hope, like, when I say these things, I don't say these things to put a damper or like shit on the team. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope I'm wrong about my intuition or about my concerns, at the end of the day. But,
facts. Shout out to everybody here in the building. That one guy says, why haven't we looked at Darrell Williams? When he costs too much, keep saying. Now, I'll say this. I've said this numerous times, that one guy, Darrell Williams is not a great right tackle. He's an average right tackle, right? And New England got a chance to and New England and right guard. He played both, right guard and right tackle. Got a chance to watch him twice a year. You know what I mean? So maybe they see something that nobody else sees. You know what I'm saying? Like, is the Wi-Fi cool? We good?
Yeah, my shit's good. Is your shit geeking?
Oh, no. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. But they got a chance to see him twice a season. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So maybe they see something and they're like, you know what, we're good. Like, and Darrell Williams can't expect that too much money anyway. There's guys that were better than him that got $5 million a season. You know what I'm saying? So look, he ain't gonna really get shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's not that big of a contract. If we went out there and said, look, man, we got probably $3 to $5 million for you to come in and be our starting right tackle. Look, we pretty much paid Brandon Parker that shit, and look at him. Right. You know what I mean? Like so
then what? So you move Leatherwood to right guard at that point?
No, to be honest, I don't want him because look, I'm hearing that Lester Cotton is balling at right guard. So why would you take him away? And this is from Derek Carr. This is from the beat writers that are there.
So where are you? So Leatherwood's a rotational piece at this point?
No, he's a starting right tackle at this point.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying okay. You're okay.
You bring him in just in case. You tell Darrell Williams, I want you as depth. You know what I'm saying? If Leatherwood can't show up, you'll be our starting right tackle.
Got you.
If Cotton doesn't perform how he's performing, hey, you can be our right guard. Either way, there's two positions that Darrell Williams can fight for. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
if one of these guys don't show up, Darrell Williams can fit either one of them. You know what I mean? So go get him. Say, look, at most, you'll be a starter for us. At least you'll be a depth rotational piece at right guard and right tackle. You can't lose, to be honest, if you go get him. Right. You know, and to be honest, fuck Sue. Pay Waller and pay Darrell Williams.
Yeah, and Perriman.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm cool with giving Perriman a modest contract, but I've been on record saying this multiple times, and I've been a fan.
Let him play out this year, huh? And just say
that's it, bro. Like that's it. Like
and let him see what to do, right?
Yes, I watched him since Miami, bro. His college days. Like this guy cannot stay healthy for shit. We got lucky to get as many reps as we did out of him last year. You know, this is a whole new scheme. 100%. We don't know what Denzel Perriman is going to look like in this scheme. You know what I mean? He's played pretty like the greatest he's ever played has always been under Gus Bradley. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, let's see what he can do in the new system. And then but earn that contract. And I want to get younger at middle linebacker.
I was going to say, isn't he like 31 turning 32 or 32 to turn 33? So
he's somewhere like 29, 30, I think.
Oh, is he? I don't know why I thought he was older.
He's 29, 30. Let me see.
I thought he was like 31 or.
But we do so many of these videos and say.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
he's 29. He's 29.
Okay, gotcha.
But he'll be 30 in December.
Yeah,
but I want a young middle linebacker. And hopefully, this kid out of Arizona State, Darian Butler, can learn a lot behind Denzel Perriman and be that future guy as a UDFA. You know, Antonio Pearson's our linebacker coach. He was his linebacker coach at ASU. It just fits. It fits the mold. It makes sense. So hopefully, you know, Darian Butler gets used to this system quick, and we don't have to pay Perriman. In a minute, you guys, we're going to have to pay Merrick. We're going to have to figure out all of our corners are on 1-year deals. Every one of them.
Right.
Every one of them. Like look who it is. Like all of our starters.
I was gonna say with Merrick though, we got like
a couple more years.
I was gonna say we got like a 4 because the second round that's 4 years.
2 more years after this year. 2 more years after this season.
I thought for a second round pick.
Second round there's no fifth year option.
No, I'm saying 4 years. I'm saying
yeah. So this season.
So last year he got this year, and then you got 2 more years after this year.
Yes,
got you.
But at some point you're gonna have to pay him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
100%.
Next year, Rock Ya-Sin, 1-year deal. Anthony Aver, 1-year deal. Darius Phillips, 1-year deal. Trayvon Mullen at this point, 1-year deal. Bro, like you got to pay some corners. You got to pay some defensive guys unless you're just drafting greatly. You know what I'm saying, on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we just paid our whole offense. We're going to pay Waller. Like at this point, what are you going to do on the defensive side of the ball?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Unless their plan is the best defensive strategy is just off good offense, you know what I'm saying? And we're just running up 30, 35 points every fucking game and just killing shit. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't like playing football like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't put that kind of pressure on the offense. It should be one of those situations where, you know, our defense is coming up with turnovers. That's like, if we can get our turnover differential, you know, to our side, bro, that's all I care. Like, I know you kind of alluded to, you know, well, I want our defense to score and shit. It's like, I don't even care. Like, would I like them to score? That you know, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. But it's like, to me, turnovers would be just that alone would just be lovely. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
shout out to Dennis, man. Thoughts on Malcolm Kuntz? I see a breakout season. I do too. I do. I think that he's going to get a lot of reps behind Chandler. I think that there's going to be so many different looks on the defensive side of the ball. Look, you know, B. Nobody knew who Malcolm Kuntz was until I brought that name to the table.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Telling y'all now, I watched him in Buffalo. Nobody knew who the fuck Malcolm Kuntz was.
Right.
I watched his tape. Everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this?" You know, I took him in damn near, and I told him this when I said
every draft. Every mock draft. I remember it. I do remember that.
Is going to be a monster, you guys. You know what I'm saying? He's not the greatest against the run. I get it. You know what I mean? But these days, it's very tough to find a defensive end or outside linebacker that can do both. You know what I'm saying? Chandler is not great against the run anymore.
Well,
He's okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it's a passing league. You know, like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, if you can impose your will on offense and run the ball and have time of possession and fucking control the game, it's great. But at the end of the day, it's a passing league nowadays, bro. It's a whole different, day and era. So it's like, to be able to have, these outside edge guys that can rush the quarterback is probably more important at the end of the day.
This is facts.
Like overall,
Shout out to Rick. He says, Docs, I see Cosby and Ike Brown making the team. I wouldn't be shocked. I think Cosby, the way he looked out there, was phenomenal. Ike Brown had some big plays for us too. So I wouldn't be shocked about that, Brave. To be honest with you, I would not be shocked. You know what I mean? He said, I think Docs accidentally put his shirt in the dryer. I'm just out here getting yoked up, man. I'm just out here getting yoked up. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Visual Combos. Not going to lie, Docs did put me up on Kuntz. Laugh out loud, my dog. Shout out to DeMarcus. We still need a Graphk Kuntz interview. Yes, DeMarcus, I'm definitely going to reach out to him. I definitely do. I need to reach out to Merrick too, because that's a good dude, man. Merrick is a good dude.
I know you met him out in Texas and shit.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. We had a great conversation. Then he followed me on IG. We followed each other back and forth. And Merrick is a good dude.
Right,
Shout out to Jorge. Farley looked fire too. Yes, man. Was it Matthias Farley? Veteran, looked really good. And Josh McDaniels had nothing but great to say about him. Mm-hmm. And real quick, you guys, because for those who didn't think that, oh no, we're going to trade Josh Jacobs. I did a live about it yesterday. Oh, Josh McDaniels came out today on his presser and said that shit is not going to happen. So
right.
We can dead that rumor.
Let me ask you this. I know we didn't pick up his 5th-year option. Let's say he balls out this year. Let's just say he balls out. Do we re-sign him?
No. You let him go get rich somewhere else. Let me ask you this. In what world can you afford to pay number 1 wide receiver money to Devontae Adams, number 1 receiver slot money to Hunter Renfrow, number 1 quarterback money to Derek Carr, number 1 money to Waller, tight end money, and then still pay number 1 running back money to Josh Jacobs? Look, you don't go out there and draft Zeus, Britton Brown, and Sincere McCormick as a UDFA expecting to keep Kenyon Drake or Josh Jacobs around.
100%.
It's just not going to happen. But this year,
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, but this year Josh is going to ball with Zeus. And maybe what if Josh does say, I want to be a Raider. I got the tattoo on me. I was drafted here. I'll take, a hometown deal to stay here. Then maybe you revisit it. But he's always dealt with injuries. And if he can stay healthy this year, maybe in a running back by committee, you revisit that. You say, what?
Right.
And maybe you get him for the cheaper. Maybe Josh Jacobs says, I'd rather stay here for cheaper and extend my career and being in a running back by committee than going somewhere and being a workhorse and taking more money and making less money in the long run.
Correct. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's going to be intriguing. Like, last year when we went to the playoffs, obviously there was a bunch of dysfunction and all this other shit. But at first, when we lost to the Bengals, I was like, all right, bro, like we lost to the Bengals, like we're low key ass, But then when I see
regular season, right?
No, I'm talking about during the playoffs. But then when I see, yeah. Okay. But as soon as I seen how far the Bengals went and how close they got to actually winning that Super Bowl, I'm like, I had to revisit that and be like, you know what? Like, we actually got squad. Like, we actually got potential. Like, given that we had no front office and all the other fuck shit that went on last year that we don't need to, repeat. But it's like, bro, I'm really excited, and I think that the bar is set high for this this year. So it's one of those things where if we get a deep playoff run, or or hopefully we end up going to the Super Bowl, and and this new regime brings that, maybe at that point, Josh Jacobs will be like, you know what, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather stay here and do a running back by committee shit if this is gonna be the culture and we're gonna win.
Britton Brown didn't get 1 rep, Keith, in the Hall of Fame game. He did not get 1 rep. I believe he was dealing with some type of little injury or whatever, but I think he may have returned to practice today, or they said he wasn't out there. I forgot, but it's something minor. But at the end of the day, you guys, I think Britton Brown's going to be a practice squad running back until, next year. You know what I mean? So I'm not expecting too much out of Britton Brown. Real quick, you guys, let's pay some bills real fast. Adelanto, you guys, if you want to catch me, B, Mount Stillmore, everybody out there, Warren Sapp, Stuart Schweiger, Mitchell Renz, Samoan Raider, everybody's going to be out there, man.
Tap the fuck in.
Yes, August 27th, Adelanto, California. Make sure you go to Canex.com to buy your tickets. They're only $10 for the week 0 Raiders takeover party. Make sure to come catch us out there. It's going to be lit.
It's gonna be crazy. We're going crazy.
You guys
burning it down in the desert. I'll just put it to you like that.
Crazy. And right after that, Rick Ross, Busta Rhymes, Soulja Boy, a list of people going to be performing.
Luda, don't forget Luda.
My boy Luda.
Don't forget Luda.
Also, you guys, if you want to get your tickets to our party bus, me, Cody, Samoan, Kenny King, Marquette King, Gorilla Rilla, reach out to me, or you can go to what is the link? I just put it up on my Instagram.
I was gonna say you just posted that shit. Like,
yeah, it's on actually Eventbrite. Let me bring it up real quick. There we go. Oh shit. Well, I can't find it, but go to Eventbrite and type in. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up right now on Twitter, man. Fuck that, so people can see what we got going on. Real quick, we paying some bills here, you guys. We paying some bills.
100%.
Boom, right here. Eventbrite.com/blackout game day. /blackout game day. If you guys want to go check it out, put in promo code DOX, promo code DOX. It's right here. Save you a couple dollars. Blackout game day party bus. We're going to be doing it every home game in Las Vegas, you guys. Going back and forth from Barcode Burgers to the stadium, back to Barcode Burgers. And we have some more news to drop Thursday. I can't talk about it yet, B. So
I ain't gonna say nothing. I was gonna say I know you got some other big announcements coming here pretty soon too.
Yeah. And I don't want to say too much.
I just want you to know that now that I'm out in Vegas, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just excited for the fucking season, bro. I'm excited, brother. I'm really excited.
There you go.
I can't wait for all y'all to hear it, Nation, because it's gonna be fucking bananas. I'll just put it to you like that.
Hey, don't you got a new YouTube page?
I do. I'm gonna have to get that link. I don't fucking. It would just be.
What's the name? What's the name on there?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, B. You fucking up, man. You slacking on your Mackin, man.
I go to my channel right here. It's
just, this man don't even know his name.
It's just my name, bro.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Isn't that it?
This motherfucker.
I don't fucking know, bro.
You an old young motherfucker.
I'm an old head young motherfucker.
Let me see. All right, nope, this ain't it. Oh, look. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a video on there first, and then we're gonna promote it. All right.
That's what we're gonna do. That's what
we're gonna put a video.
I've been talking about it for long enough, Nation, and I'm about to get the YouTube channel popping. My big bros, you know, he's been getting on my line, and I need to get on my shit. And honestly, I enjoy this Raider shit.
So I'm live right now, and my brother Cody calls me right now. So what's good, Cody?
What he's
Hey, I'm actually about to get off right now, brother. Everything good? I'm gonna call you in 2 minutes. I just got done plugging what we got going on too, and I kind of hinted to the nation we got some news dropping in a couple days. So I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you right back, bro. All right. Shout out to my brother Cody, man. Everybody, make sure you wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Our brother Wasted at Raider Nation Unlimited has a show coming up here right after this, and then Andy and Wasted have a show tonight where they're breaking down, I believe, the defense. They're doing some film tonight, you guys. So stay tuned for that. And if I can get a hold of this crazy lunatic motherfucker Stu, maybe, just maybe me.
What the fuck? I was gonna say, where the fuck is he at?
You know how he be going on these stints, bro.
Right.
But if I can get a hold of him, maybe we can get a Me Being Stu show tonight where we just have some fun and just fucking go crazy.
I'm with it. I'm with all that smoke.
Shout out to the nation, man. Love you, little bro. Thank you for pulling up on me, man.
Yep.
On the way out,
love you too.
always love, man. Y'all have a great day, nation. Love y'all. We outro.